All right, now last but not least, we've got Max at H&I. Max, take it away.
Yes, good afternoon. Well, as Dan said, I am Max Williams. I'm the IT manager over tech services with H&I Corporation. H&I is an office furniture and fireplace manufacturing company with a global footprint of around 9,500 employees, playing in China, India, and the U.S. markets. Currently, our landscape is heavy Oracle. We're on 12.2.4 for EBS and BCP. We have SOA Suite, OSB. We're using OBIEE and OBIA for our data warehouse. We have Informatica and are working towards ODI, and BizTalk doing our brunt of our EDI transactions. And we are rapidly moving into the integration cloud to help support some of our middleware. So before, we were heavy manual, custom scripts for every deployment. Customizations were maybe tracked offline, and so we had people manually getting access to applications to make upgrades and configuration changes. We had dependencies on external systems and external spreadsheets all tracking what we were doing, and that really led to what's where. The visibility was minimal at best. Where had we deployed code? Was the deployment successful? Did we have any errors? Has anybody addressed any of our issues? All of that led to us needing a lot of hands just to do manual validations of all of our environments after each deployment, prepping for test cycles, just giving us some sort of confidence that we could move forward with our code changes through the life cycle. Due to all of that, we had a lot of negative press with our business. So we had production outages, we would have requests that we couldn't execute in a timely fashion, and we couldn't give a level of confidence to our business partners that what we were doing was successful and that we could meet their expectations when they asked us for something. We started then probably late 2016 looking for a solution. We happened to stumble upon Dan at a conference, and he just kind of pitched it to us as, hey, come talk to us when you're actually looking for something. There was no real pressure to go to Flexagon. It was really, hey, we have something that we think would really help. We looked at all of those solutions and had about the same experience with each of them. For me, leading that initiative, the first factor that really pushed us towards FlexDeploy was out of the box a whole solution. It has CI/CD capabilities. It talks to multiple systems that we need out of the box. And really, I didn't have to implement a number of different solutions just to get up and running. The out-of-the-box capabilities that it had, especially in the Oracle space, was head over heels better than any solution that we had seen prior. And then we really wanted to bring in the orchestration capabilities to really address a lot of our concerns around consistency and build once, deploy many. And so the pipeline and release capabilities at that time for that version of FlexDeploy far and ahead the best ones we could find. So we kind of started then our journey into FlexDeploy. We went live on day one with EBS, so OSB, data warehouse connectivity, all on day one with almost zero customization. Since then, we have added our OIC, the full OBIEE suite, and Informatica deployments. BizTalk is on the horizon and is far outperforming our manual steps that we're doing today. The deployment time reduction, we measured out of the gate in 2019 at about 60 times faster than what we were doing before. This meant our manual steps, our automations were replaced with automations, and the pipeline functionality really gave us a number of dependency executions right at our fingertips. Today, we can kick off a release, and that will deploy and execute all of our ancillary functions all in that same flow. And then we have reports that are sent out to us after that so we can validate everything that happened. a unintended but welcomed result of implementing FlexDeploy is we were able to cut some of our off-hour support. So we had a number of application DBAs that were just on call to help manage our non-production environments. Using utility functions within FlexDeploy, we were able to provide a audit-friendly way for developers to perform these activities that were normally done by our application DBAs. The reporting benefits really aligned with some of our audit needs. Being a publicly traded company, we have to be able to make our internal and external auditors happy. They want to know what's going on in our systems, what work has been done, who has been in the system, and all of those were things that we couldn't necessarily provide before FlexDeploy in such an easy fashion. Our current time from a request being raised through deployment execution has significantly improved. We have automation built in with internal and external approvals, all flowing through FlexDeploy. A approver can get an email and kick off a deployment as soon as they see that email. Previously, we were really pushing for one deployment a day as a measure of success. That one deployment a day could have been one package or maybe a couple packages. We can do that in under 5 minutes with FlexDeploy today, and what would take one person in one day to execute at the longest is within 15 minutes with FlexDeploy. Our time to market with FlexDeploy had kind of been estimated around 2 months. Once we finally said, hey, we're going to install this and go, I think we were live in 2 weeks. That was with all of those systems. It was unbelievable, the response that we got when support questions were raised, and it really gave us a big win with our internal and external customers to show that we could make this change. So where do we go next? We've been able to show in the last 12 months that FlexDeploy can provide so many benefits to our entire IT team. So through 2020, one of our main goals is to standardize deployments, whether that's hardware or software, with FlexDeploy. We have some solutions in place today, and we want to roll everything into FlexDeploy. A big one for my team is our continuous integration and continuous delivery processes. We want to be able to continuously deploy. So right now we have a number of gates that have to be met and external testing. We're working towards bringing that testing into FlexDeploy. It has a full set of tools and integrations with other testing systems. And so we're actively pushing to bring more automated testing into our environment. The integration, Oracle Integration Cloud, is a small footprint in our organization, and so we're really leveraging SOA, OSB, and then working in OIC to build our web integration platforms out. And then last but definitely not least is Flexagon released just 2 versions ago some secret management enhancements, and so we're pushing to add that in our footprint as well.